When I first saw the little eye movements, wow, why are you zoomed in? So,
Ooh, wow.
Oh my god. All right, fine, let's talk.
This is our first jump scare video.
Oh my goodness.
Here we are.
We went back in time for this one.
92.
92.
Do you remember anything from 92? I mean, we were young, but
Do I specifically?
do you have like an early memory that you can place around that time?
Hang on a second. We're going to do like a quick edit.
Sure.
Here's where we're going to see the developer here is Cryo, I think.
Did they do Turok?
Did they do Turok?
Was that one of their big games back in the day?
No, they didn't. They didn't do Turok.
Who did Turok? Maybe
Acclaim did Turok.
Yeah, I think
that's who did Turok.
Yeah, Acclaim back in the day.
Virgin Games presents a production.
Oh, if you're into Dune, you're definitely a virgin.
Who's Blueface back there?
I think that's Cryo's logo. Get it? Blue, cold.
Can
Cryo.
you believe this?
I love it.
Look at this.
Look at this.
So this is the CD-ROM version
Of Princess Irulan.
The beginning is a very delicate time.
It is a very delicate time.
Know then that it is the year 10,000.
So as with the book, she's going to give a little intro here, just
Right.
like every little site. There technically aren't really chapters in the book. The book is divided into 3 books within the book.
Right. 3 books within a book.
Right. One-
Can you not do that right now? Go away.
Dogs.
Go away, dogs. Go away. Go on.
A little bit of rambunctious play.
They get all worked up behind me. This isn't one of those. This isn't the kind of podcast where it's in a quiet, safe room.
Quote unquote studio.
There's no studio. This is my home office. I have 2 very large dogs, 1 moderately sized dogs, and they make noise sometimes. Like that squeaking in the background. That's them. Sorry to interrupt you.
But I feel like at this point you should know that spice is essential to space travel and all that she's explaining.
It expands
it's fine.
consciousness.
It does everything.
I love how she goes from one extreme to another. Like it expands consciousness. It makes you feel pretty great and is vital to space travel. Okay. Because you get super high and then you can see the future.
Yeah, you can predict the safest probable route through space and time to traverse your spaceship. It helps make faster than light space travel possible.
I need to say this now.
Along with the Holtzman drive.
If you're watching this and you're expecting some kind of spoiler-free Dune commentary,
come on, to even be interested in the 92 game at this point, you should be pretty familiar with everything.
Then you've probably already seen it on HBO Max.
You're probably lurking the Dune subreddit, sharing memes. You're doing the same kind of things we are. So yeah, we're just gonna assume that you're as caught up as we are.
So Denis Villeneuve, he said he did not want people to see Dune in their home. Guess what I did last night?
Well, of course he's gonna have a preference. He made the movie.
Right,
Yeah.
it's his baby. And I love that after he says that publicly, Warner Brothers / HBO, shortly before the movie's release, says, oh, by the way, we're releasing a day early on our streaming platform. Just a big old middle finger to Denis Villeneuve.
Daddy Warner Brothers is gonna do whatever they want. Don't you forget it.
Be like, no, we're running the show here.
Swinging it around, you know.
All that being said, they gave him a lot of leeway. And that was evident in last night's screening of Dune.
From everything I understand, it's basically already garnered enough of the numbers they need to basically start the second part. I think they're very pleased with how it's doing so far.
And the CEO of Warner Brothers, even before the movie came out, was interviewing about the movie.
Oh, hold on. Let's check in here. It's that,
And I've sent Gurney Halleck to meet them.
that's not-
Okay.
He's not
which character? That's not Leto, is it?
go there.
We're going to skip this.
See what's
Yeah, skip
All
that.
right, we're going to play the game.
I want to actually, play the game as well.
Dune, a Virgin Games. Now it really goes back down. So the CD-ROM version. Yeah, we know. We know what's happening.
We did this.
She just talked about it. So this is the CD-ROM version, and they added voice acting and the little intro in the beginning.
There's Kyle. Paul.
This was early PC Master Race
God,
stuff.
he is terrifying looking though, huh?
Son of Duke Leto Atreides.
Oh, I love that. You guys probably saw that on Twitter. We shared this still image.
Look, it's the Harkonnens.
And this is what made me want to play the game. I was like, all right, we got to play this.
Is this supposed to be the Baron?
This is Baron Harkonnen, yeah.
Okay.
See the those little straps he's got on him with the
Right.
blobbies? Those are his suspensors. Those are what allow him to kind of float. That's why his...
Because he's too fat to move, right?
It's so creepy. In the book, he talks about how he can't wait for his I think his nephew to get so fat that he has to have his own suspensors, and like he wants...
Oh, like this is a thing he looks forward to. Now his nephew...
it's all very decadent and
Oh, yeah.
extravagant, and a sign of wealth that they can become so large.
He's referring to Robin, right? Raban.
Beast Raban and Fade Routha are his nephews.
They keep saying the names different. They say the names different all the time.
I know. I noticed a couple that I was like, ooh, I don't say that the same as you.
So the big thing that stuck out to me, and I think that has to do with my innate, probably mild ADHD, is whenever they said Harkonnens.
That's how you're supposed to say it.
I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, you don't have to know that.
Right, but
It's like
here's...
whenever Harry Potter came out and everybody was like, oh, Hermione.
Oh, the movie you mean?
Same thing.
Okay. That's fine. I don't know. That doesn't feel as... That felt dirty. Oh, the game's starting.
There he is. Yeah, see, that's...
So we're...
Atreides.
That's his face.
I thought he had a... I don't know why I thought he had
Look at my mouse cursor. It's huge.
All right, do you see the bull up there? The bull with the horns? That
Yeah.
killed his dad.
Right.
Atreides, your father.
And the reason it still has blood on its horns is because literally within hours of it goring him to death, they sprayed fixative on it to make sure that it stayed put so they could keep it as a symbol.
So they just had a team on standby?
I think they have enough power that there's a member of staff who is there for this bullfight
I see.
to go collect the head. Yeah.
This is the map of Dune, by the way. Number of...
Desert, fortress, desert. Yeah, I got
It's a strategy game, right? So I need to rally my troops to
Love it.
do stuff. This is Duke Leto Atreides. Come with me.
Stop
No.
talking.
I have to stay
I
here.
love that that's an option.
What? Stop talking. That's enough of that. Let's go talk to Mom. There's Lady
Yeah,
Jessica.
There's Lady Jessica. Oh, she looks pretty. In this
I like how she says,
Remembering of her.
I'm your mother. Are you sure? I was worried for a second there.
Gurney Halleck.
Cartha Twick?
Yeah, that's Cartha Tuick. Yeah, I think that's...
Taking an Orny. They call them Ornies. Do they call them Ornies in the book for
Not
short?
really.
Okay. Where's that? Okay. Did they call it an ornithopter in the new movie?
I was listening for that, and I don't think they did. I
No,
don't think
they-
they ever actually referred to it as that. Maybe they did,
I wasn't really paying attention.
but I don't think so.
Not that close anyway. I was looking for...
I'd love to hear your opinions on it. Like, we're going to officially... This is where people can opt out if they officially have not seen the movie, because I'm going to ask you your opinion on the movie. So, spoilers for real with the movie.
I give it a 63%.
63% seems a little low. That seems a little cynical to me. What were your specific grievances? I mean, what was a big thing that stood out?
I was bored. I was just bored.
Pacing? You just didn't like the
No.
tone of it?
I liked the last half hour of the movie. Really picks up. And that's where the fun part for David Lynch's movie starts up. But here's my thing. I watched the whole movie, and afterwards, I just wanted to go watch David Lynch's version of Dune. And I feel dirty for that.
I don't think you should feel dirty for that. I mean,
I really liked David Lynch's version of Dune.
I enjoy it.
Like
I've enjoyed it for years, well before it became fashionable, since they talked about this movie and people kind of rediscovered it. Like, you and I have both, like, we've enjoyed that movie for a while.
By the way, if you're listening to this, what's happening on the screen right now is we're flying through the desert, getting to the first siege. We've already discovered at least 3 sieges so far.
That was one of the big ones that stood out to me. I always said Sietch.
Siege? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Right.
just anytime you're making up sci-fi words and then you're translating it across mediums, I feel like there's going to be a little bit of...
I felt like, back to the movie, in my opinion of it,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
felt like David Lynch's version of Dune had a lot better character development. And
I will say this was streamlined for sure. You could,
Yeah.
I felt a lot of that.
And I knew who these characters were because I've read the book and I've seen Lynch's Dune. So I'm already a fan, so to speak.
Yeah, you knew the
pretty light
basic
fan, but I knew
hallmarks
about
of
it,
each
right?
character going in, like what to expect. This character acts this way. This character has this personality. You're well versed in that.
I knew who Dr. Yue was. At one point in the movie, they show his sign. Dr. Yue sign, the little diamond.
Yeah, the diamond.
And I'm like, we're supposed to know about that, right? Because you're supposed to be paying close attention to this movie, which is why I think he recommended not watching it.
They barely mentioned the Imperial training.
Did I lose the mouse? Where'd the mouse go? Oh, we're here.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gone into a landing sequence.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So this is the siege. We're going to go inside here, and we're going to talk to... There's Gurney Halleck.
Love it.
Oh, God.
He's kind of mad scientist, huh? It's like, all right, we're going to flip the switch, and then Frankenstein will be born.
His resume includes serving the Atreides for a long time,
Interning under Dr. Colossus.
and my name is Gurney Halleck. I think one of his eyes blinked at the wrong... Yep. His eyes are blinking independent of one another.
Did you catch that in the movie? Did you catch the little eye movement when the calculations were happening for the
Yes.
That was
I
fun.
liked that part.
That was
so
fun, huh?
when I first saw the little eye movements, wow, why are you zoomed in? So, oh my God. All right, fine, let's talk.
This is our first jump scare video.
I've just come into contact with the Fremen. The Fremen have always lived in the sands of Dune. They live in sieges so well hidden that no
somewhat-
one knows exactly how many there are.
That's somewhat true. Technically, the Fremens come from somewhere else.
I like how he's like,
That's just in the sense that they're all human. Everybody's human in this.
we sent Gurney Halleck out to the desert to make contact with the sieges. And then Paul's like, no, you come with me. And he's like, all right, I'm coming with you.
He's gotta.
Gurney would have put up a fight, though.
He's the ducal heir. You can't really put up a fight.
Gurney's a pussy boy.
Okay, Paul, I'm going with you.
Stop talking. And here's our first Fremen.
We've heard of you.
Yes, indeed.
I don't know. I think the movie was paced in a way that will make sense overall. I feel like, yeah, the first part of it though was exposition heavy, and it's just, yeah, they expected you to pay really close attention to small pieces of dialogue. They didn't devote a lot of screen time to the different story arcs that were kind of going on at the same time, so you kind of had to cram everything.
There was a lot.
Like, oh, Dr. Yue, he gets one chance to make his argument for like why he's doing his
And it's going to be quick.
evil deed, and you gotta get
Keep
it
up.
in that 2-minute scene and then just know that that's known. Whereas in something like, say, the book, basically every time they talk to Dr. Yue, they mention his wife, and everybody just knows that, oh, he hates Harkonnen.
And they did that, and they did that in the David Lynch version too.
And they did that in the David Lynch version.
Because Lady Jessica's like reading his brain holes.
Do you think maybe this was maybe an unconscious even case of trying to purposefully distance yourself from the Lynch version? Like, you know, you kind of
Oh, yeah.
almost go out of your way to
There
do it
were
a
so
little
many
differently.
scenes where I'm like, all right, so you're making sure everyone knows that you're not David Lynch. Back to the game real quick though. So what he just did, I talked to him, and he says, "Ah, yes, you're the son of the Duke. Indeed." And then he goes, "Could he be the one?"
That's what they're always doing.
And I love that.
Everybody's constantly.
And I didn't like that. I missed the inner monologue from the. And let me get it work for me. Yes, I agree to let my truth work.
Oh,
for you.
Lynch's dude gets crucified for the whisper talking, though. You saw the Honest trailer, right?
Yeah, I did, and it was pretty
It's
great.
pretty spot on.
We're gonna give orders to our troop.
So I get it. I mean, it's hard. It's a hard book to adapt into a movie. I mean, it's so much of it is inner monologue and just people thinking about other people.
Right. I say this is probably my motivation on any given day. About 28%.
28% is all you can really expect.
Select troop orientation. Specialize in spice or specialize in army.
Army.
Or ecology.
Let's get strong.
My troop feels the
Look at that. I don't think we're not going to fight for you right now.
See?
Okay. So what about spice? Mining spice.
very used to spice mining.
We'll try to learn. You better.
Yeah, why don't you work on that?
Yeah. All right. So we're done here. We're going to talk to him again. He's kind of retreated back into his hovel over here.
We're doing spice mining.
We're doing spice mining. All right. We're done here.
Yeah, we're all done here. Let's back it up.
And we're going to leave then. So we got Gurney down here in the bottom left corner of the screen. You see Gurney Halleck. He's in our pocket now. And we're going to take our ornithopter here. And we're going to go to the next siege. I think that if I watch the Dune movie a second time, that I'll probably like it more. But I kept looking for
Bit of a sleeper.
maybe Waken at some point.
It might.
It might.
Awaken.
I kept looking for things to not like about it, and they were glaring. When I dug deep in that, because I was waiting for moments to not like the movie, and they came, and
you can admit that. Yeah,
there were plenty of moments where I'm like,
there were a couple of moments where I could feel I was like, oh, this isn't going to appeal to everyone.
I watched it with a buddy of mine last night. He came over and watched it with me, and he pointed something out to me that I would not have even noticed,
Ooh, I'm
and that has
interested
to
in this.
do with the way some of the battle scenes worked out, and we're gonna dig into that a little bit more next time.
I think we should. Oh, that's tantalizing.
Right now, we're going to talk real quick about this guy's hairdo.
Oh yeah, we should. We got this is what like a reverse mohawk almost.
It's almost like a flock of seagulls haircut, but for someone who suffers from male pattern baldness.
like he can't commit to being a white supremacist.
Right, because he doesn't have enough hair, but he doesn't want to shave it all off because it's almost too easy.
They're like mutton chops.
Those are nice sideburns. Let's talk to him. Okay, well, he doesn't want to talk. Let's see if...
Why doesn't anyone want to do anything with us? Why would they even send us here?
I
They
feel
just don't
something.
trust us
in
yet,
you.
I guess.
Yeah, work for me.
Not quite sure that
Nope.
you're able to
I'm not going to work for him.
All right, stop talking then. Maybe
Yeah,
because
right.
we tell everybody to stop talking.
Gurney Alec.
Notice, all the Fremen we meet have blue eyes.
Yes, we noticed the blue eyes of the Fremen. Thanks, Gurney.
It's linked to saturation of the blood.
Are you
with
sure?
spice.
Quit winking at me. All right, I get the winks. The winks, he's hinting that he wants to go eat pizza with me, so let's go do that.
He'd like to go eat pizza.
Come on, Gurney, let's go have some za.